everybody, welcome back live at Drew's House, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you're all doing well out there. We got ourselves a music show from our Newburyport studios today. I love that. Returning guest, one of our favorites, the great Gary Backstrom. Woohoo!
When I was a little boy, and the devil called my name, said, now who do you think you're fooling? I'm a consecrated boy, a singer in the Sunday choir. Oh, my mama loved me, she loved me. She get down on her knees and hugged me, but she loved me like a rock, rock me like a rock of ages. She loved me. She loved me, love me, love me, love me. When I was grown to be a man, the devil would call my name. I said, now who do you think you're fooling? I'm a consecrated man. I can snatch a bit of purity. Oh, my mom would love me. She loved me. She get down on her knees and rock me. She loved me like a rock. She rocked me like a rock of ages. She loved me. She loved me, love me, love me, love me. And if I was the president, Congress called my name. I said, now who do you think you're fooling? I got the presidential seal, stand at the presidential party. My mama loved me, she loved me. She gets it on her knees and hugged me, but she loved me like a rock, rock me like a rock of ages. She loved me. She loved me, love me, love me, love me. She loved me, love me, love me, love me. She let me love me, love me, love me. Ooh, love me like a rock. Man, she love me like a rock. Yeah, she love me like a rock of ages. Man, she love me like a rock. Love me like a rock.
Gary Backstrom, nicely done. Welcome back, my friend. How are things?
Good, man. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks
too.
for coming in again.
Thanks for having me on short notice.
I know sometimes you and I we were working this up. We're like, gonna make it happen because you got a lot of stuff coming up. And no broken guitars. We need to get
this happening.
We gotta have you have a road crew here if the strap breaks. You know what happens when your strap breaks on stage? Like do you you don't have a guy that runs out there and does it for you? Like
I've never got to that level. I had people set my amps up at one point, but
that's cool. Does the
the
band members help? What do you do?
first time it ever happened, I grabbed my guitar under my arm and I played like that till the song was over. Yeah. Then I fixed it. Or usually if you have a full band, that's okay. Because then everyone else is playing and you can just go and put it back on. Okay. The worst thing that can happen is when you're going to take a big guitar solo and it's revving up and you're like, here it comes. And you go over to play the first note and you step on your chord and you unplug your guitar. Oh, no. It's the most anticlimactic, horrible thing.
I take it that's happened before.
Oh,
to everybody, I imagine?
It happens to me. I have really big feet, and I also tend to unplug the whole band as I walk across the stage, like I can knock things over. So.
That has to be one of those things. It's like a rite of passage. You gotta learn how to deal with that miss, right?
Yeah, be very careful where you step.
Oh man, that's too funny. All right, very good. Gary Backstrom in the house. So we get busy time ahead for you. Let's talk a little bit. We got the so coming up here in October 4th in Byfield, that new beautiful, lovely place. I know you've played there a few times. You got the Paul Simon thing going. Start me there.
Yep. Rhythm of the Saints is the name of the Paul Simon group, and it's mostly people from Gary Backstrom Band, but we add a percussionist from Cuba who's amazing, and a sax player, John Vanderpool,
from the Heavy Metal Horns. A few different players. Dave Ossoff is playing keyboards. And he is actually the original Jiggle the Handle keyboard player.
Okay.
So we have a little history.
And Jiggle the Handle's making a little. You got thoughts here.
Yeah. So I had a really good friend of mine pass away this summer. He was only 60. If you guys, anyone out there was a Jiggle fan, and you knew Jiggle Pete, I don't know if you ever knew Jiggle Pete.
I don't think so.
If you ever owned a Jiggle the Handle t-shirt or CD, Jiggle Pete, his face was on a lot of our shirts.
Oh, okay.
And his face was printed on our CDs. He was one of my best friends.
All right.
And he became sort of like, I would not say a mascot, but a character, right? He was on all our newsletters. We'd sneak him on our album covers. He came to every show. He had this crazy, like, Sideshow Bob kind of hair. He'd wear it in a hat and pull it off, and his hair would spring out. Anyway, he died. It was really sad. He actually, we could save the longer story for another time, but as this was happening, I realized, man, life is really short. I had Jiggle the Handle for about 13 years. I started the band, and
what years were those?
Ended it 90 to 2003.
Okay.
So I got the blessing from everyone to sort of use the name. But so people don't get confused, I'm probably going to call it Gary Backstrom's Jiggle the Handle. It'll be with the Gary Backstrom Band, basically.
Yep.
But with the invite to any Jiggle members out there to come sit in if they're around, if they're close by. And we're just learning a lot of the back catalog, so you'll hear a lot more Jiggle songs, and it will feel a little bit more like a Jiggle the Handle show with some newer stuff. So it's kind of exciting in a retro and in a new way.
That's funny. Yeah. It's combining projects. It's still going to be like Gary Backstrom and Friends.
Almost like that, yeah. Just kind of putting it under the umbrella of Jiggle the Handle. It's a name I made up, and I just feel like, life's too short not to use that. We put a lot of work into it.
Well, it's funny, I'm coming off, I was talking to you before the show, I'm coming off a Eric Clapton show at the Garden, which was fantastic, 80 years old, and it just sounds amazing.
Right.
But like, and his show is very much like if you like go read a published Eric Clapton set list, and I think it's partially him, he wants to make sure that all the credit's given where credit's due. He names all those bands that had, it's Eric Clapton's show at the Garden, but it's Blind Faith. It's it's whatever it is. The Yardbirds, Derek and the Dominoes, sure, yeah.
Bonnie and Delaney, everything he was in.
Yeah, right. So he makes sure to attribute all that stuff. And you were saying too, it was funny because I showed you a video of "Can't Find My Way Home," and you were saying that's a really Steve Winwood. So he lets
the whole thing. Yeah.
He lets Nathan East sing it in at the Clapton show, which sounded great. So
that totally makes sense.
I guess every musician has to do that after you do a bunch of different projects and move along with the career and.
Yeah, what you showed me sounded amazing.
It was great. 80 years old. Maybe we all be so lucky, right?
Yeah. So that show's the 4th of October.
Yeah.
And then just to put it under one...
What's the title of that show? It's Paul Simon.
That one's going to be called... So we call the Paul Simon tribute The Rhythm of the Saints, which is the name of one of his albums.
Right.
So that night will be all Paul Simon music.
Okay.
But then on the night after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, 11/28, November 28th, we're doing sort of like a version of Jiggle the Handle opening for The Rhythm of the Saints. You're going to get 2 shows in one.
Oh, okay.
You'll get like a nice hour-and-a-half set of Jiggle music, followed by like a 2-hour set of all Paul Simon. And we'll combine band members, and it'll be like that's going to be at the Cut in Gloucester.
Awesome place.
You can get tickets now.
Get tickets now. It helps everybody out, right?
Yeah.
The Cut is. Have you played there yet, or been in there? Because you're a Gloucester boy, I know. And
we had a show booked, and they kind of closed, right?
Yeah. What was the deal with that? When you said that, I was trying to remember.
I think they had trouble with. I don't fully know, but I think the restaurant and the club weren't working together. We're hoping. So they took a break, reconfigured, and now I think they only do the restaurant when there's a show.
Okay.
So they just wanted to find ways, I think, to make it more cost effective. Still an incredible place.
Yeah.
Both shows, there's tickets on sale now. And it's really going to be an incredible show.
It's a great little, kind of the staple of Gloucester now, because it's a great place to go see live music. And actually, the guy, I think right on your right, I think he's still there. One of his albums, Gavin Morangi's there this weekend. We should give a shout out to him, too. I know he's got a Cut show. And a lot of our artists end up going in there that come through here. So, all right. So that's the night after Thanksgiving. It's a good time to do a show because there's, all the kids listening. The kids come back from school. You got the families around. It's nice.
See, people have a day off, right? Well, if you have go Black Friday shopping, then come to the show.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
People do all their shopping online now, don't they?
Yeah. I do.
I don't. But
Main Street in Gloucester has a great place to shop, though.
oh, there you
If you
go.
don't want to go online and you want to find some really different things, that's a fantastic, and that's where it is. It's right on Main Street.
Gloucester does a good job with their music scene in general.
It's so music friendly.
I know it's nice. It's
Restaurants and music.
restaurants and music. Yeah, they do a good job outside in the summertime too, which I always enjoy.
Yep.
You played. How'd the was it the 4th of July for you in Gloucester? What was your outdoor gig? You had something in Gloucester outdoor, didn't you?
Very often I'll do the Harbor Loop show. We didn't do it this year, but we've done it about 3 years in a row with the full band. That's in
Oh,
Gloucester.
okay. Oh, was that last year? I'm remembering.
That
Probably
probably was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played the Rockport concert series this year,
Oh, nice.
and then just little local places,
Cool.
around. But so the big show is the November one, and then the October one. If you live closer to Byfield, or do me a favor, come to both.
Well, maybe you'll go to one and really like it and come to the next one. Want to keep rolling with another one?
Yeah. So I thought I would do. Can I do two together?
Sure. Yeah.
I'll keep
You got a montage? You go for it.
So this is a Jiggle the Handle song. At one point in time, we did the whole Graceland album. That's what gave me the idea to do the Paul Simon tribute. And we learned the whole album. We took a whole summer and practiced the whole album and did it at a festival. And it rubbed off on us to the point where a lot of our newer songs started to sound like world beat kind of.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'll do it into a Paul Simon one. And so they kind of put them back to back.
Awesome. Gary Backstrom live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive.
Thanks, Drew.
I was coming from. They sold yesterday for 90 cents a pound. I didn't know where I was gonna be. Only know that there were places that I had to see. Fell into a box of wine and then a kiss. Thought about all the things that I missed. Too much too fast, I guess I fell asleep. I didn't know that yesterday was so cheap. Now you can talk about God in a parking lot. Think about the way that your life goes fast. Looking forward to tomorrow night. Walking backwards through your lifetime's past. Walking backwards through your lifetime's past. Yeah. I got a closet full of spiders, a shoebox full of fear. Driving through Nevada, I'm wondering how the years pass by. Well, I didn't know where I was coming from. They saw yesterday for 90 cents a pound. Didn't know where I was gonna be. I only know that there were places that I had to see. Yeah, you can talk about God in a parking lot. Think about the way that your life goes fast. Looking forward to tomorrow night. Walking backwards through your lifetime's past. Walking backwards through your lifetime's past. Walking backwards through your lifetime's past. Yeah. his face was as black as night, and the pale yellow moon showed in his eyes. His path was marked by the stars in the southern hemisphere, and he walked his days under African skies. This is the story of how we began to remember. This is the powerful pulsing of love in the veins. After the dream of falling, calling your name out. These are the roots of rhythm, and the roots of rhythm remain. An early memory, nation music was ringing around my nursery door. I said, take this child, go from Tucson, Arizona. I'll give her wings to fly through harmony. She won't bother you no more. This is the story of how we began to remember. This is a powerful pulsing of love in the veins. After the dream of falling, calling your name out. These are the roots of rhythm, the roots of rhythm remain. Na, 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 ooh. Na, 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 ooh. Na, 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 oh. Na, na. Joseph's face was as black as night, and the pale yellow moon showed in his eyes. His path was marked by the stars in the southern hemisphere, and he walked the length of his days under African skies.
Gary Backstrom, nicely done. Live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Gary in the house. Yeah, it's a good one, man. Is that a fairly new little combination you put together? Or?
When I play solo acoustic, I do those two together a lot, just because that little jam at the end of the jiggle song kind of goes into it nicely.
You have to adjust the tuning, though, midway. That's pretty impressive stuff.
Normally, I can do it in one shot. You need to get one of those flip switches. You can go like that. That drops it down to D. But sometimes I don't get it, and then I end up.
The Paul Simon stuff. I noticed you don't have a teleprompter or any help here. There's a lot of words in these Paul Simon lyrics.
There's a lot of words. I try not to read unless I have to.
Yeah.
I think we've gotten to the point in the show where I think I'm only reading a little bit in one song.
Yeah.
One.
At the beginning, did you have to a little bit more?
Yeah. So many words. And we'd do it for a while, and then we'd stop doing it, and then we'd 2 years later we'd start doing it again, and then we'd stop doing it, and then if we did a run of shows, then yeah, sure. By the end, it would be easy. But getting back into it, there's a gazillion words. It's much easier to perform when you don't have to, or for me, have to read.
Yeah.
The two things just I can't. My brain goes in two directions, and it's hard.
Well, I've heard so many of these. I mean, the biggest rock stars in the world, these guys that, the Springsteens of the world, I think Rolling Stones, I know a bunch of these guys, they all use teleprompters, and they're like, I heard Bruce one day talk about it. He's like, I just have this thing now where there's just so much back there that I lose a lot of it on stage, and I need the cue,
Sure.
Which I guess, I don't think that takes away from, in their cases, their performances, so,
No, I bet what they're doing is probably when it comes up, I bet they look at, like the first sentence and they go, oh yeah,
There it is,
You know,
yeah.
But if it's not there, sometimes if the first line isn't there, I've had this happen on my own song where we start the song and I'm like, oh my God, I can't remember the first line at all. And I'm like, what? And then I'll be like, what's the first line? They'll sing it. And I'll go, oh yeah. And then I'm fine.
Good. The band will bail you out.
It's happened.
Yeah. It's actually I was playing a Tom Petty song at a campfire one night, a Petty song that I played a million times, and I forgot the first line.
Yep.
Like Learning to Fly or something. You know, and it is a weird feeling when you're like, where did that mind blank just come from?
I think getting older, we have so much that builds up, like things you need to remember and do.
Yeah.
You know, like that. It's just there's only so much space.
And I think there's something too, probably when maybe you think you could never screw it up, like taking it for granted. You know, it's like there's no way I would forget that lyric, and then it's like, whoa.
If I think I'm going to, there's a mental game I play with myself, which is I keep saying, don't try to remember it. Don't think, and it's really scary because you get to that last second, and normally it'll just pop in.
Yeah.
But every once in a while it won't.
Yeah.
And you're like, I should have thought of what it was, you know. And so you end up singing like the second verse twice or something. Or
You know what's funny? I went through after the Clapton show, I went through a little rabbit hole and I was watching some like old interviews and stuff. And he tells me, you tell me if you can relate to this at all. He's like, all my guitar solos, like a lot of the bluesy stuff where we kind of do it differently every night. We kind of just riffed in as a band. This was years ago too, so I don't know. Maybe his structure has changed, but he's talking to the interviewer and he says a lot of times it's like, you're getting ready, 10 seconds away, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, and like I don't exactly know what I'm gonna rip into until that very last moment, and then it just kind of comes out and happens, and I go to something.
for soloing.
Yeah, for soloing. Yeah.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you could relate to this as I'm telling a really bad story of.
No, yeah, that absolutely makes sense. I think probably more often than not, that's what most people do. Like, they might have a signature riff that they start a certain solo out with,
Like a comfort zone sort of thing.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Like the beginning of "Comfortably Numb." You've got the whatever the lick is. That whole bit.
Yeah.
I know he plays that when he first starts, and then he'll go off on something else.
Okay.
But that's such a signature thing. He feels like he needs to get it in there.
Like-
I didn't play it right.
When you think of like guitar solos, though, when you're if you think of the best guitar solos in your head, can you just go to them? Like, the first one that comes to your mind right now, can you go to it and play it?
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. I might be rusty. Yeah. If it's something I've practiced.
Sure. Yeah.
If it's something I haven't, if it's not hard, then probably I could do it. If it's like, if you're asking me to like play a Pat Metheny solo or something crazy like that, then probably not. But if it's, I think it's more important to have it in your head, because your fingers will find it really, really quick.
Yeah.
But if you don't have it in your head, that's where you get kind of hung up.
It's funny. Your fingers will find it quick. It's an interesting way of thinking about it.
Yeah, when I teach guitar, and a lot of times someone will want to learn a solo, and I'll say, well, take a week and listen to it every day to the point where you can kind of whistle it. Because if you don't have it in your head, your fingers aren't really going to remember it. Like, it has to come from here, and it flows into your hands from there.
What is your favorite guitar solo to play? Like, or maybe the first one you learned that was like
hard.
Brings back memories. Yeah.
Boy, I remember learning My Guitar Gently Weeps from the record, like being like 12, and putting the record on and getting what is the first lick? The first little intro lick, and then learning the solos and the licks in between, and feeling so excited to then put the whole album on, or the whole record, the whole song, and play along with it.
You still got it, or has it been a while?
That song, the solo. Let's see. A little bit. close. Then.
Yeah, nicely done.
85%.
You get there, 85%. Not bad off the cuff, huh?
Yeah, but it's exciting to play because you've heard it so many times that you're like reproducing this thing that you've heard. Well, that's Eric Clapton
Yeah.
playing that, by the way.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, okay.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. And it all comes full circle, huh?
Yeah, that's Eric Clapton.
That's funny. Let's get back to the Paul Simon stuff. Again, you can check Gary Backstrom and his the Paul Simon Show is the 4th of October at the beautiful Byfield. What do we call that place? The Byfield Community
Byfield
Arts Center? Performance Arts Center,
I think, yeah. You can get tickets online right now. Get tickets online.
Talk about that, too. People do. It does help out artists, like when you get tickets early, just because you get a sense of...
My crowd tends to be a walk-up crowd.
Yeah.
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
There'll be 30 tickets, and then all of a sudden people show up.
Yeah.
If you could buy tickets early,
Yeah.
it will make me sleep better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love knowing that. Like, we did one of the first times we did the Paul Simon thing, the owner of the Regent Theater called me, and I'm like, oh, God, he's going to tell me that there's not a lot of tickets. And he's like, no, we have 350 tickets sold already.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh. Cool.
Beautiful.
But if you hear the opposite, then
Yeah.
you just worry until the show comes up, and it's I'd rather not know.
That really does take a toll on because you're in your own business. You're you're trying to. That's the business part of it. That's the stressful non-music side of it. Like just hoping people get in the door.
For all you people that love live music, thank you for coming out, and to other performers, we all thank you because you keep us going, and when you're not there, it's really hard. It's hard to perform.
That's very sweet of you to say. What do you think the trick is with this Paul Simon stuff? Is it just people always loved them? Is it the certain kind of music? Is it the catchy lyrics? I don't know.
Yeah, so what I found, well, we put together 2 sets, and I won't tell you otherwise. It's all hits.
Yeah.
It's all hits from the early 70s up until now, with a heavy emphasis on the Graceland stuff. That's a big part of it. And so a couple things. The lyrics, I think, for people... Yeah, it's all songs. Everyone knows song after song. The next one comes, oh, I know that. The
Yeah.
next one comes, oh, I love that. So there's no songs you won't know. You'll know every song. And then, we've picked a lot of mostly upbeat ones. And the African stuff has what I call a 4 on the floor,
Yep.
which is like what you hear in house music. It's just dum, dum, dum,
Yep.
dum, dum, the whole time. The chords aren't as hard on that stuff. It's a lot of 3-chord songs, and it just makes you feel good. And the next thing you know, a friend of mine was like, I was exhausted. She was like, I kept wishing that you would slow it down because I couldn't stop dancing.
Oh wow, yeah.
So we do stuff like Still Crazy after all these years, which is slow and slip-sliding away, but a lot of it's upbeat with a very heavy emphasis on the percussion.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's the magic potion. There.
Enrique Navarro is our percussion player, and he is the real deal. And come to the show just to see him play. Like, we could all leave the stage and he would take over.
You are one fantastic frontman as well. Gary Backstrom, nice enough to join us again. Big thanks to Maeve Power producing the show as always. I think Ryan Rothberg in the house. The boss, Sarah Hayden, is here today too. Sometimes I know this. Sarah is sneaking a listen at our show. She'll stand up there. Her office is on the other side of the studio here, and I know I haven't seen her leave yet, so that means she's listening to the music. It's a very hollow wall, so she enjoys the show.
The hollow. That's what you should call your show, The Hollow Wall.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I kind of like that. Or a good band name, maybe.
Yes.
Gary, can you play us out with one too here?
Sure.
One more. If people want information on the shows, they can probably go to your Instagram. I take it.
Yep. Or GaryBackstrom.com.
Yep.
We'll have a listing up there, and then if you go to Instagram or Facebook, the events will be up there. Or you can go directly to the Byfield Performing Center for the Arts website. And the Cut website, you can get tickets just straight there.
2 shows, cool. So it's October 4th, and then the Black Friday.
And then Black Friday, yeah.
2 big ones for you.
Yep. So come on out to both.
All right, Gary, it's been a pleasure as always, man. A little guitar learning with you too. I appreciate the tutorial.
All right. Yeah, that's fun stuff to talk about.
Very good. Pleasure as always, man. We enjoyed it. Gary Braxton, I'm going to bring us home. Thank you all so much for joining us. This has been Live at Drew's House. We'll see you next time. All right. Peace.
Down the street says, why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention. All my nights are so long. Where's my opportunity? I need a shot of redemption. Don't up a cartoon graveyard. Oh, bone digger, dogs in the moonlight, far away from my welded door. Mr. Beer Belly, get these months away from me. No, I don't find this stuff amusing anymore. Now if you be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. I can call you Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. There walks down the street, why am I soft in the middle? Why am I soft in the middle? Where the rest of my life is so hard. Where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model? Now that my role model is gone, head back down the alley with some roly-poly little bat-faced girl. All along, there were incidents and accidents. There were hints and allegations. Woo! If you be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. I can call you Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Bill walks down the street. Maybe it's his third world. Maybe it's the third world. Maybe it's his first time around. Doesn't know the language. He holds no currency. He is a foreign man and he's surrounded by the sound. The sound. Cattle in the marketplace, spinning in orphanages. You know that he looks around, he sees angels in the architecture, spinning in infinity. He says, hey, I live here. If you be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. I can call you Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Call me out, na 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 na. Na 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 na. Oh 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 oh. Now if I had a bass. Bodyguard. I can call you Betty. If you be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost